Hi guys! Welcome to the beauty school. I am so excited to be doing this and to be able to come together as a big group and learn all kinds of things from all kinds of amazing people. I am Rachel Jacob, for those who don't know me, and I have been a makeup artist for a little over 20 years. I graduated beauty school at age 18 and started doing makeup. I didn't really ever love doing hair that much, so I took makeup was my thing. So that was kind of where I started. I used to do these things where people would get free makeovers from me. I didn't get to use our amazing product. Hey everybody. But I would do makeovers and actually teach people how to do their makeup. So that's what I've kind of done forever. So I hope that I can teach you something today and that you'll enjoy this class. Okay, so if you guys don't already know, the way this works is you are going to be doing a class each day of your choice, depending on which one applies to you the most. And if you want to take all the classes, take all the classes. But you need to do at least 10 of the 20 homework assignments, and you will email those in at the end of school. Hey everybody. And we will be doing a live drawing with everyone who completed their homework, and we will be giving away some amazing prizes. And all the influencers have chipped in to provide you guys with these amazing prizes. I'm so excited about the prizes. I want every single one of those prizes. Hey Tara, hey everybody. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. And also we have this thing called honor roll. So if you get your homework done within a 24-hour period and post your homework under my live, I will be picking, each person that does their class will be picking an honor roll person, and we will be sending you a prize as well. So there will be 2 winners each day, and then they're going to be winners at the end of the school. So definitely try to get in on the lives when they are live, because I feel like people get so much more out of them. Hey Jackie, I feel like people get so much more out of them when they actually, I don't know if you're like me, but I'll always say, oh, I'll get to that later. And then I never end up watching it. So if you plan to kind of do it in real time, you always end up learning more and you end up actually doing it. So that's my suggestion for you. Oh my goodness. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Des. All right. So let's get into it. So this is a basic HAC class, and we kind of morphed the basic and the advanced together. So hopefully everyone will learn something. And be sure and ask questions. I will try to keep up on the questions, but I'm a terrible multitasker. So if I miss it, then yes, we will post. Okay, so you're going to post homework under the live here, but you need to save your homework or link or proof of homework so that at the end of school, you can email that in, and we can choose winners for the grand prizes with that. Hey, Katie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. It's going to be so much fun. The daily prizes are cute. I think you guys are going to like them. Okay, so we're going to get started. All right. So we're going to take this as a physical color matching. I think it's really, really important. I know a lot of us have the goal to do online color matching and online sales, but it is so important that you start with hands-on. I can't stress that enough, because you are going to be so much more confident with your online sales if you can get your hands in the makeup, get the makeup on some faces, and then your mind will start to remember, oh my goodness, that girl looks like this girl I did. And for example, I put Moonlit and Wheat on a girl the other day, and I was blown away that she was that fair, and I put Wheat all over her face, but then brightened her with Moonlit. So now when I see someone that looks like her, I am going to be able to color match them perfectly, and it's going to be fantastic. So get your hands in the makeup. That is my number one request. All right, so I have my artist palette here. So what I'm going to show you is kind of what I do when I get someone in my chair and the steps that I take. Okay, so first things first is we are not, with color matching, we're not really matching people's skin. Like it used to be that we would go into JCPenney or wherever, I don't know, Sephora, and probably before Sephora, but people would come in and say someone had like a really pink face, and they would go and get a beigey pink foundation color, and they would put beigey pink all over that person's face, and then they would be like, okay, you're matched, and they walk out. That is not what we do with our 3D foundation. We actually correct those things, and we make that skin glow and come alive. So if you haven't got your kit yet, that's fine. Just pay attention, and then when you do get your kit, you'll want to do this class, and you'll have 2 weeks to do it. So don't worry too much. Just kind of absorb the knowledge, and then you're going to want to watch it again when you get your kit, and then you can rock this. Okay, so what I always do is I look at my client and I say, okay, do they have redness in their skin? Now, if you look at me, I have a little bit of redness in my skin. I'm not overly red, but I do have some redness through my cheeks. I have some issues, you know, a little bit of blemishes going on. Not terrible, but a little bit. So I immediately go with a little shade darker than maybe I'm seeing. Does that make sense? But don't worry, because you can put as many stripes. We're going to do little stripes with these cotton swabs, and we can do as many stripes as we want. So I'm going to come into a few colors. And what I love to do is use the process of elimination. And by using a little Q-tip, you don't waste your makeup and get the makeup all over their face and have to wipe it off. So what I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to make some stripes. Now, the biggest thing you want to remember is you want to be able to blend that in a little bit, and you want to remember which color you used. So usually what I'll do is I'll start with my darkest color and work to my lightest color, or vice versa, so that I know, okay, if I'm going into amber now, then I'm going to put June here, and then I'm going to put sunlit and just go down the line, okay? And if we can post some sort of a graph just so you know the colors, but always mark your colors when you first get your kit. You can do like a little, put some tape here, and you can actually get a clear flap of paper, like a paper protector. Cut it so that it's just like a clear piece of plastic, and then you can actually just write the names of every color, and so then you'll flap it up and down and you know the exact names of the colors. So that's a really easy way to know what colors you're using, okay? All right, so let's go into, okay, so we're gonna go into June. And what we're looking for, I'm gonna show you in just a minute, but we're gonna go into June and get enough on there that you can get a good idea of what we need to do. Okay, now I'm gonna go into sunlit. That didn't look like sunlit for a minute, but I wanna give you guys, okay. So little tiger stripes, all right? And people are gonna love this because we're gonna fake our confidence. So we're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna color match you. You take your time, you don't get stressed. I always tell people it's makeup, it wipes off. You cannot screw this up. So just have fun with it and don't get stressed, okay? Okay. And there's aura. Okay, so I think 4 is enough to kind of get an idea. And then maybe say it's not any of these 4 and we have to move up or down a color, then we just eliminate. Okay, so let's look. So what we are looking for is we're looking for the color not to be yellow or orange, and we don't want it to be ashy or create texture that doesn't actually exist. And so if we look, okay, I'm gonna come in real close. So if we look today, this color looks okay. This is definitely a no. Look at all that texture that it's getting, like you see all those dips in my skin that like they don't exist over here, but all of a sudden I have all these like large pores going on right there. That is definitely a no. So when I see something that's definitely a no, it's like the process of elimination. I just like, this is what I used to do on multiple choice tests. I'd just be like, okay, that one's definitely a no. So then I just take that color away. So sunlit is out. Sunlit is a no, okay? And then I'm gonna go over here to Aura and I'm gonna see how Aura looks. Aura's not too bad, but it is making me a lot whiter than I should be. It's not giving me like a real glow, but I don't actually mind Aura, so I'm gonna leave Aura there. Okay, now I'm gonna go between June and Amber, and I'm gonna say, okay, let's see. June is not giving me any texture. It's giving me a little bit of a glow, and it looks actually really good where I'm really red. Can you kind of see that? So it doesn't look yellow, it doesn't look orange. If it looked yellow or orange, let me give you an example. I'm gonna put mango on me. I'm gonna show you the difference. Okay, so mango, you see the difference. Because this does look pretty warm, but when you put mango on, you're like, okay, it's for sure not mango, right? And I don't know, it could be either one of those. I don't think I could go wrong, but I see a lot of yellow there. So can you guys see? So I think I'm gonna stick with Aura and Amber for now, okay? So Aura and Amber, those are the ones I'm gonna stick with. Okay, next I'm gonna take the other side of my face and I'm gonna find my contour color, okay? So with contour, what we're looking for is we are looking for it not to look gray or muddy or dirty. So those colors will be out. If it looks green, it'll be out. And if it looks orange, it'll be out, okay? So, oh my gosh, you're so welcome, you guys. I'm so excited to be doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Aspen first. So what we're looking for with contour is it's supposed to be a shadow. And I learned this from Louisa a long time ago, that if you hold up your hand and create a shadow, I don't think I can with the ring light. Let me just brighten this up, see if I can make a shadow. Hold on. Okay, if you make a shadow, that's kind of what the color should look like, is a shadow. So you can create a shadow on your client's face once you get these stripes in, and I'm gonna show you how cool that is. It's really fun and it makes it really easy and kind of a no-brainer, okay? So, yeah, you don't want the contours to look muddy, dirty, or orange or gray, okay? So if you can tell already, Aspen is looking dirty, like I just played in the mud. We do not want that. So that's gonna be an out, but I'm gonna get them all on there, okay? So Aspen, then I'm gonna go into, trying to remember which one this is. I need mine labeled too. This is Olive. I'm gonna go into Olive. Okay. Then I'm gonna go into Stone. And last, I think I'll do Astoria, our new one, which I love. Okay. All right. So I got my tiger stripes on. Now, if we look really close, I'm going to come really close. If we look really close, and maybe I can create a shadow so you guys can see. Okay. So which one of those colors, let me just blend them in a little bit. Okay, so which one of these colors you guys think looks the closest to a shadow on my face? So when I look, what I see is this. I see this color isn't terrible, but it is a little orange. That would actually, Stone would probably be a great bronzer for me. This color is definitely too orange. And this color is definitely going to make me look dead. This is the color I like the most. It's like brown and it's rich and it's good. Stone isn't too bad on me actually, which surprises me a lot. But I'm going to try ash and see if ash is the money color. Let me just go into ash and see, just for fun. Sometimes I'm running out of places. Okay, there's ash right next to Astoria. So for me, let's just do the process of elimination. Definitely not this one. That one's terrible. I think that one's terrible actually too. I don't want my face to look orange. I love Astoria too. Astoria is so pretty. It's just a little more green than ash. You can see that they're really close, but it's just a little more green. This one is pretty and it's not bad on my skin, but it does not look like a shadow. That looks like bronzer to me, or a highlighter. Sorry, not a highlighter. Bronzer, or I don't even know what I was gonna say. So between those two, I would be okay, I think, with either of those ones. That's the fun thing about contour, is it's not as stressful as highlights. But I think I'm gonna do Astoria just because it's a fun color, and so we're gonna do Astoria. Okay, so from there, you want to remember which colors you put on the face and which ones you liked. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, oh no, I have to do this again. So our colors are, Astoria is our contour, and Aura and Amber are our highlights for now. Until we get the amber all over our face, maybe we change our mind, right? But we know Aura and Amber looked pretty darn good on us. All right. So, okay, now we have the colors. And if you have to write those down so that you don't forget, because there's a new thing that you're going to be doing next. Okay, yeah, Stone's orange on a lot of people. Okay, so now I'm going to evaluate my face, okay? You always have to evaluate the client's face. We're not judging them. We're not trying to be rude. We're just trying to help them have the most beautiful outcome possible so that they have all the faith in us, okay? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to look at my face. My baby is not happy in there. Okay, sorry, my bangs are a problem. So when I look at my face, I don't have a teeny forehead. I have a pretty decent sized forehead. I don't have super thin cheeks, and I don't have a really large chin. So, but I'm not super thin in the face. So what I like to do is decide, okay, are they a full face or are they a thin face? That's pretty much the two faces I decide between, full or thin. And usually, and if you want to say round or oblong, that's probably a better choice in words. If anybody can think of a better choice for words, let me know. So I would say I have a full face because I don't have a lot of, I have cheeks. I got plenty of cheeks. And I don't have a tiny forehead and whatever. So all you really have to decide is, are they really thin or are they a little bit, do they need more contour? So what I do is I usually decide, okay, full faces, my go-to brush, if we're only going to sell them one, is going to be the 30-second HAC. If they have a thin face, like someone like Kara doesn't have super full cheeks, she loves this brush because she likes to come in and give herself a lot less contour, but in the right place. Hope I'm not confusing anybody. Okay, oh my gosh, yes, Mandy. Okay, so this is gonna be your go-to brush for a full face. This is gonna be your go-to brush for a thin face, all right? I would love for them to buy both because I use both. I love using both. But if they're on a budget, we definitely don't want to scare them. So we'll just recommend one brush at first. They're going to get hooked. They're going to want all the brushes. Trust me. Okay, so on this side of my face, I am going to hack my face for a full face. And on this side of my face, I'm gonna hack my face for a thin face. So we're gonna learn both faces, okay? And thin faces, you guys, a lot of times are your older clients as well. They lose a lot of volume in their faces. So this is a really good go-to. What I'm gonna teach you over here is gonna be a really good go-to for those faces, okay? Okay, so now we've evaluated. We don't have to decide if they're heart or heart-shaped or pear-shaped. We don't have to get into it that deep. We just have to say, okay, do they have like any large issue that I need to work on, and are they thin or are they full? Those are the only two things you need to know about that person's face, okay? And you don't even need to share that with them. I would recommend not sharing that with them. You're the professional. All you're gonna do is teach them how to hack their face. You don't wanna overwhelm them with face shapes. You don't wanna overwhelm them with anything really. You wanna make this seem as easy as humanly possible because they can totally do it, right? I mean, they can totally do it. Okay, so next we are going to, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, we're gonna talk about highlight and contour. So contour, think of it as wearing black. Contour makes things look smaller. So when we feel like a little bit chubby, we're like, okay, give me all the black, right? So think of contour as absorbing things. It absorbs light. Darker colors absorb light. So what do we got to absorb? That's kind of what we're thinking about with contour, right? With highlight, it's like wearing white. You reflect light. So if you're feeling really awesome, you just wear like a whole white outfit, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm here for the world to see, right? Because white reflects light. White makes things look bigger. So that's hence why we put highlight on our under eyes and our cheekbones to kind of make them pop. So the whole purpose of highlight and contour is to make people, the focal point of people's faces, their eyes, their eyebrows, their lips, and kind of the contour just kind of gets rid of everything. So we're just playing tricks with people's eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and we're gonna pretend that this side of the face is a full face, okay? So with a full face, we want our angles to be down, more vertical. Our angles are going to be more vertical when we're trying to make someone's face look a little bit thinner, okay? So we're gonna come in with Astoria, and I'm gonna contour first because I want you guys to really see the difference. So I'm gonna come in with Astoria, and I am going to take my hand and I'm gonna feel their bones. Do not be afraid. You wanna wash your hands for sure, but do not be afraid to touch your client. You need to be okay with touching people. So, but just have clean hands and they won't be weird about it. So you're gonna feel for the most prominent part of their cheekbone, okay? And there's my most prominent part of my cheekbone. Then I'm gonna start back here and I am going to hug that cheekbone. Give it a little hug, all right? Now, with the full face, I am going to angle my contour towards the corner of my mouth, okay? I'm not gonna go inside this smile line, but I'm gonna make my angle that towards that part of my face. And if you come in with a stippling motion, you're going to do a lot less blending and it's going to go on a lot prettier. You're not gonna scare your client. It's all about making them feel comfortable and like they can totally do this when they go home, right? So we're gonna go down here like this. Oh my gosh. Good job taking notes. I'm a terrible note taker. Okay, so we're going down just like this. Okay, so can you guys see the difference already? Let me just brighten up my light a little bit. You guys see the difference in my face already? How this is creating this like perfect little whatever, right? I'm just chiseling my face right up. Okay, so that would be it. I would leave that for now. Now I'm gonna take the jaw, and what I always do is feel for their bones again. Oh, one thing too that I see people, well, I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, so I always feel for their bones because not everybody's bones are sticking out. They're there, we all have them, but sometimes you have to just kind of feel to make sure that you get their face shape right so they feel like themselves. And then you're gonna come straight down from the ear and you're gonna go straight out. But on this side of the face that's the fuller person, here's a trick. I am going to stay on the jaw just a tiny, tiny bit. I'm not going right under the jaw. I'm gonna stay on the jaw just a little bit. Hun? That baby is not happy. My husband is watching him, I think. So we're going straight onto the jaw. Now, if they have a jowl, we're gonna skip that part, okay? I gotta go check, 1 second. You're okay. You're okay. Here, come play with Mama. You can have a snacker. Want to have a snacker? Here. I don't know where he went. Okay, sorry guys. So, I'm gonna skip the jowl area. Now let me tell you why we skip this area. Because it already has a little dip here and it's already creating, he was just screaming. Here, you can come down here. Oh my gosh, you got bacon on Mama. You got bacon on Mama. Here, he likes the bacon. He likes it. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so with the jowl, you already have a dip here. This is the best thing about being able to work from home, right? You don't have to leave your kids. Okay, so we skip that dip. We want to brighten that dip. We don't want to show them, we don't want to show that off, so we skip it. So if they have a little bit of a double chin, come in under here, but don't bring your contour into that dip. So leave that alone, okay? Yeah, he loved the bacon, you guys. Okay, so, but keep this line as straight as humanly possible. And I'm gonna show you a little trick because look at how that already, I wanna show you the difference in the two sides. Okay, so can you see on this side how I'm kind of dipping in here? And you can see that. But if I come over here, look at that. Look at the difference. It just looks like I have this like awesome jaw. That's what I love. It's like magic. Okay, so, all right. So if I'm missing questions, I hope I'm not. Okay, yeah, that's the best part. You know, it's the best and worst part, right? Your kids are always with you. Okay, so next we're gonna go off the forehead. Okay, so if they do not need, if they have a tiny forehead, we don't contour their forehead. You don't have to, but if they have a little bit of a larger forehead, we're gonna contour that forehead because we wanna get rid of, we wanna just bring the light to the center of the face and to the eyes. So if they have a really thin forehead, I'm gonna show you what to do over here. But for the full forehead, we're gonna do this. We come in, and I learned this from my sister Celeste. I thought it was brilliant. If you come in from the hairline and go forward towards your face, what happens is you don't have to do a lot of blending here. So all your product is back here, and then you pull it forward. Just like that. And it makes it so much easier for the client. And if you teach them these little tricks, they are going to love you for it because they're not gonna get home and think they can't do this. I've even had clients just record me while I teach them because I'm like, just record me. You can totally do this. It's just a little bit of a learning curve. And you want to always remind them that yes, it does seem like a little bit harder than what you're doing right now, but one, you're going to have way better results, and two, after 3 days, it's going to be way faster than anything you've ever done before. That's kind of what I always say. Okay, so we're going to bring it in towards the face like this. And look what that did. Okay, I'll show you the difference. So on this side of my face, for some reason, I can just see this whole face, right? But over here, this is what I see. I see my eye, I see my eyebrow, and I see my cheekbone. Isn't that amazing? Like, we create magic. That's the fun part about our job. We create so much magic, right? So then we've contoured the full face. Now, what I want you to remember is the stripes thing. Okay, so tall guys, so if you want to look thinner, you wear vertical stripes, right? Same thing on the face using the contour. So just remember that. Okay, if you want to look thinner, you want to use vertical stripes. So kind of more vertical. See how this line's a little bit vertical, this line's a little bit vertical, and this line, okay? Does that make sense? And then on this other side, we're gonna kind of do the opposite. So I'm gonna show you that. So I'm gonna contour this side of my face, and then we'll come back to highlighting. I'm gonna contour my nose very last, because the nose is kind of the same whether they're a thin face or whether they're a full face. So we'll do that very last. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in to my my detail hack, and I'm gonna use this side of my detail hack to contour. Okay, so the smaller side. All right, and I'm gonna come into Astoria. And what I'm gonna do is same thing. I'm gonna fill their face for their most prominent part of their cheekbone. I'm gonna have them smile because I wanna see where the lines on their face naturally set. And I'm gonna always start at the back of the face and work your way forward. And with this, we're gonna do it a little different. So my angle is going to be more towards my nose than towards my lips this time, because we're gonna go horizontal with this one. So if you wanna make something look shorter, you're gonna do horizontal. If you wanna make something look longer, you're gonna do vertical, okay? So I'm gonna come in, smile a little bit, and this is the wrong hack for my face, so you'll see how it looks fine, but it's not like the ultimate hack for my face. I'm gonna come right under that cheekbone. And you can really use any brush for this, but you have to be careful not to get too much contour on their face, because like I said, contour absorbs light. So if you're trying to make their face look fuller and you put too much contour on there, you're gonna actually do them a disservice. Okay, then I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna come under my cheekbone and err on the side of being too high as opposed to too low, you guys, with the contour, okay? So can you kind of see how we just did this little Nike swoosh right at the end? That little Nike swoosh is going to make this part of their cheek just pop. It's gonna make them look like they have nice full cheeks, which I already have. Okay, and the other thing is, remember to stay out of these trapeze lines. So if you have them smile, you know you have to stay out of that area. So your stopping point is before these smile lines, okay? So we got that in there. Now I'm gonna go do my jaw. So a lot of people with thin faces, they have jaws and they're thin, but they don't usually have a lot of volume in their jaw. Not everybody, I mean, we're all so different, but that's kind of a good rule of thumb. So what you wanna do is come down from the ear, and you wanna come right under the jaw, right under it. You don't want to go on it at all, because you want to flatter the jaw, but you don't want to make it look any smaller than it already does, okay? So under the jaw, and then the forehead. Forehead's really important on people with thin faces. You want to contour their forehead more horizontally. Okay, so you'll notice that with the forehead contour, I'm not going to come in this area at all. because I don't want to make them look thinner through here. And a lot of people get really thin through here. So be really careful not to put any contour right there. We're gonna highlight that area, okay? So we would just do kind of a straighter line through here. Always make sure most of your product is back towards the hairline and then it's coming forward. And then you can take the other half of your brush and just softly blend that. You can take the other half of your brush and just softly blend this just a little bit and this. Okay. Are we good? Now I'm gonna show you a little bit about the neck. This always stresses people out, so I wanna show you. So whether they're thin or whether they're full, depending on their age, they probably are gonna have a little bit of neck meat here. I know I do, but that's just totally easy. No worries, we're gonna cover it up. So if they're really, really full through here, you're gonna take your contour and you're gonna come straight in and you're going to do these little cool, and you can do it with either side of your brush, any brush. You're gonna do these little lines here, just like this, because we want this part of the neck to be nice and light and this part to be dark, okay? And that's it. Super, super easy. A lot of people get really white in their neck, so you do want to contour that a little bit. Or what I always do is have a little spray tan on hand and I kind of just contour with that a little bit. They love that because it stays and they don't have to like waste all their makeup going down their neck. So if they have a really big neck or you have a bigger neck, you want to maybe use less makeup and a little bit of spray tan. It's just, it works better and it lasts. I wish I knew thin versus full contouring this week at a party. Well, now you know, girl. I wish I knew so many things. Like, I will look back at like my old makeovers and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know how to hack a nose to save my life. And so we all learn, like we're all starting from somewhere, right? Okay, so now you can see the difference, which is really fun to see in my face. So if you look at this side of my face, look how cool that is. I look so much whiter here. I've just created that with contour. Over here, I look thinner and more chiseled out. Over here, I've given myself volume in my face. So it's pretty amazing how we can create those kinds of things with makeup. So I just love it. It never gets old. All right, so I'm gonna come in to my amber now and I'm going to talk a little bit about highlight and then we'll go into nose contouring. And okay, yeah, I think we're good on time. Okay, so I'm gonna use my other side of my 30-second hack and I'm gonna come in and I am going to press. I don't know about you guys, but I stipple the makeup on way more than I ever brush it on. For a lot of reasons, but mostly because I get better coverage with it and it feels good on the client's face and I don't waste as much product. So those are the reasons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get as close to that contour as possible and I am going to give my face this brightening. Okay, remember how we talked about gels? So now is the time to come into that gel and brighten that baby up. Yeah, stippling is the best. Okay. So I want to kind of show you this trick. Okay, this is another trick. With the full face, when you come in with your highlight, you want to brush that on in a straight motion. Don't get rid of your nice straight lines because you're going to get rid of that chiseled effect that we wanted. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do the little tree here and straight down the nose. And then what I always do is I brighten the entire nose first, okay? I never contour my nose first because we want to be real light-handed with the contour on the nose. Okay, so I think I got it all. So that was easy, and I can blend that just a tiny, tiny bit when I'm done, but that is the basic hack for a full face, okay? Now, if they have a really fullness here, you don't need to be afraid to drag this line down a little bit with your contour. That won't hurt anything, okay? Just make sure you have a little bit of highlight here so that we've chiseled their jaw just a little bit. So fun, so pretty, so easy, right? And you want to keep using that word, easy, 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 because they will start to believe you if you keep using that word. All right, so we're gonna go into the highlight over here. Highlight is very important on the thin face. It's probably more important than the contour. So we're gonna come in, we're not gonna get rid of that Nike swoosh. I'm gonna stipple that on. And we're gonna come with the contour, or the highlight, out here, because we want to brighten all of this so that their face looks nice and balanced. It's all about finding balance in the face. Okay, down, I'm gonna just do my brow bone. I just wanna do the whole thing. And you wanna really brighten here. Okay, all right, so you can already see the difference. That one, I mean, this is definitely the wrong contour for my face. This is gonna look fantastic on someone else. And then I'm gonna come in and you just notice I'm using way more highlight on this side. Okay. And then we can just blend. Sorry, I should have been using this brush. My bad. I'll do it again. So the other side of the detail hack. Brightening, brightening all the day. And then you can kind of blend this just ever so softly. Okay. Very pretty. Isn't that a fun difference? So, let me see if I need to brighten my light a little bit. I think we're good. So, full face, thin face. Super, super easy. Do you have any questions for me? And we can go into, okay, blush, yes, good question. Blush is not the same placement for these faces. So when someone doesn't have a lot of volume in their face, I'm gonna take my blush and I am going to come in and I'm gonna have them smile. And I'm gonna put it back a little bit further than I would on the other side of my face, okay? Just back a little bit further. What I do is I dab it on and I just kind of brush it back, just like that. Really easy. Okay, really stay out of those smile lines. And then on this side, I'm just going to dab it on the apple of the cheek, which is right that full part of the cheek. And I can send that back. So the only difference is on this side of your face, you're gonna start your blush over a little bit further, and on this side, you can go closer to your nose. Yeah, it does. It's so interesting how the playing with light is so magical. And if you get your colors right, you're going to blow your clients away. Your before and afters are gonna look so much better and all that fun stuff. Okay, let me get my bangs back on the scene. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to teach you guys. Talked about face shapes. Does everyone understand thin versus full? And the basic, very basic highlighting or picking of colors, and you can totally do that with hands on. Okay, I have friend extremely narrow face. Just to be clear, no contour under her chin area. Let's see. Okay, so you are going to do contour under her chin area. You're just going to stay very far under it. You're not going to go on the chin at all. So you can totally contour it, but you want to stay under the bone. On this side, we're on the bone a little bit, so you can see that difference. So on this side, you can see the contour here on my bone, and on this side, you're not seeing it because I don't want to make that look any thinner than it already is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you the nose hack then if we're good with this. Now, with nose hack, honestly, I don't want you getting stressed out about it because it is really, the less you do, the better for the daily basis of wearing makeup. If you're doing a nose hack for pictures, that's more of an advanced technique. And so what I do is I usually don't sell, unless my client is really asking for a major nose hack theory class, I just sell them one or the other brush or both. And I don't go into the detail hack with my client because I don't want to add another brush to the mix and I don't want to stress them out. So whether they're using this brush or this brush, they can hack their nose. So I'm going to use this brush on this side, and I'm going to show you 2 techniques with this brush on the other side. So with nose hack, less contour is more, okay? So you want to come in, your angle is super, super important. I think your angle is the most important part. So you want to come in at more of a 90-degree angle on your nose, and you want to softly put a little shadow there. Okay, that's really it. People like to take the brush down the sides of their nose and hold the brush like this. Don't do that. Come in from above. What you want to do is picture something really skinny right here, and we're going to keep that part light. The nostril stays light, and you're just adding the tiniest little shadow to create. You don't want people seeing your nose. We want the nose to completely disappear. So if we put too much contour on it, then we're drawing attention to it. So just keep that in mind that we're trying to get the nose to disappear. So if you get a little contour on your nostril, I want you to put a little highlight there, okay? And then I'm gonna take the other side, and we can use this side of this brush, the detail hack, and I just get a little makeup on the very edge of it, and then you can use the edge to come in and do the same thing. Now I'm coming in from the side with this brush, but I'm not getting any makeup down through here, okay? And the good thing about that is when they look to the side, they don't look like I have a zit, and I need to take a minute and cover it, but when they look to the side, they don't feel like a crazy person. That is key, okay? Not too much contour on the nose. You can also take this little handy dandy side, which I love, and you can just come in with it and do a little whoop-de-doo. And if you'll notice, my nose is looking smaller. That's the important part. But now I'm gonna come in with Aura on my finger, just a little tiny bit. I like to use my finger. And I'm going to come in and just create a little light in the center. And that's it. Super duper easy, right? Keep it easy, because if we keep it easy, we sell makeup. If we make it look hard, we don't sell makeup. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with my accent highlight, which I will almost always recommend 2 highlights, a contour, and a blush. I rarely recommend an illuminator unless people, I can't look at this set, unless people are begging for an illuminator. I usually don't sell it to them because I feel like I'd rather them have 2 highlights if they're gonna get the 4-pack. If not, I'm gonna sell them the whole shebang, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take my whatever brush I'm using. So over here, I'm gonna use this brush, and I'm gonna get, I don't know if I even have linen in here. I think I'll just use Aura. I've been loving linen for an accent highlight, but we'll just use Aura. So I wanna show you something. If I look back here, you can see my little bags. still, even though I've highlighted. My legs are going to sleep. Even though I've highlighted. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to add a little bit of brightening here. A little bit of brightening here. You can be really, really gentle and just add the color very, very gently and just a tiny, tiny bit. We don't have to like cake it on. Look at the difference. Just adding that tiny bit of a lighter color, I just created magic. Just created cream Photoshop on my face. That is so much fun. It never gets old. Okay, super fun. Another thing I can do is I can come in here with it and I can get rid of that little dip. Can turn myself into a 20-year-old again. Just like that. How fun is that? Super, super fun. Just what's left over on my brush. You can come out here, whatever. Tiniest bit. You don't want to put tons of makeup on people's faces. You want very little makeup, but the right colors in the right places and your money, right? Okay, so I'm going to do it over here with the other brush. So I'm going to take this side of this brush. This is why I like them to get two, because they don't have to clean their brush in between, because we got to get the contour off of that brush, because I'm going to use this side. Yeah, my legs are dead. Watch me walk away. I won't be able to. Okay, so I'm going to get Aura, and I'm going to come in, same thing over here. I'm going to come in and I'm going to brighten just a tiny, tiny bit. What do you use for heavier under eye bags? Same thing, just a brighter color placed in the right spot. You want to place it right in that dip. If they have discoloration, you might want to use a color like Sunlit, because it's going to help counteract anything. Yeah, I do the Cupid's bow. I'll show you that. It's going to help you counteract anything that's dark or brown or whatnot. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to have to recontour my face over here. I can't look at my face being this wide. But that's what you're going to do on that side, just ever so slightly. And you can brighten a lot more on this side, because they probably will need it, just because you want to bring light to that part of their face. And then you can come in and just brighten the Cupid's bow just a tiny bit and see what that does. Makes magic. Okay. What if you're already the lightest color like me? So Bailey, you're moonlit all over your face. I doubt it. Let's talk about that. Because I can see you in your little dot, and you do not look like you should be wearing moonlit all over your face. But maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So then another thing you can do is you can contour under the lip to make the lip look fuller, which is really fun. And I'm trying to think if there's anything I've missed. Usually if someone is like really panicky and wants a super, super easy thing, I will almost always just take their contour color and use it as an eyeshadow on them, because especially if they're like, I'm no nonsense, I never wear eyeshadow, blah, 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 I will just take their contour and I'll put it on their eyelids and be like, well, now you wear eyeshadow and you don't even have to pay for more product. But look how pretty that just made your eyes look, right? Okay, I'm gonna wait for some questions. A dark circles under the eyes. Okay, I can address that. Well, actually, you know what? I don't want to take someone else's class. So, Louisa is going to be teaching about troubleshooting. She's going to be talking about melasma, dark circles, acne, all of that fun stuff. So I am going to let her take that on, and I'm not going to step on her toes with that. So she is amazing, you guys. You're going to love everything that she teaches you. So be sure to take that class. Can we see without a ring light? Oh yeah. Let me turn it off. So that's me without a ring light. That I need to blend. So it's pretty, right? I mean, that's not the kind of contour I need on that side of my face, but it's still pretty. What's the best way to blend the nose? Let me show you that. That's a good question. Okay, so what I like to do to blend the nose is take my Perfector, which maybe my baby ate. Oh my gosh, this is mom life, you guys. Let me see if I can, let me grab it. It's somewhere around here. I don't know where it went. All I do is I take my Perfector. Okay, if you want your nose hack to stay all day, every day, you need to take your Perfector and you need to spray your Stay Spray all over your Perfector. Oh my gosh, it's driving me crazy that I don't have it. And you're going to press it into your nose. Then you're going to put your highlight all over your nose. Lightly, don't go crazy with it. Because the more makeup you have on your face, the less layers you're going to be able to create. You need thin layers. I know, those babies, they love those Perfectors. Anyway, crawlers, they're mayhem. Okay, yeah, I know, they bite the heads like right off of them. Then you're going to take your contour, you're going to do your contour. Then you're going to take your Perfector, spray it with the Stay there again, and you're going to press. Do not rub, just press, and you're gonna make sure your Perfector's damp because it's softer if it's damp. And then you can come in with the vanilla dust, and you don't have to do pressed on it, but you can just dab the vanilla dust on the nose just ever so slightly, and it will stay all day. So Stay, highlight, contour, Stay, and then set it with powder if you need to. Okay. I love my freckles and I'm scared to do too much. What should I do if I don't want to cover them? You should be okay if you're using the right colors. Your freckles should stand out just a little bit and you don't need to go crazy. Just lighter layers and the right colors, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys your homework and then I'm gonna hop off. Let me just see if there's any questions I've really missed. How do you get the contour to stay all day? The highlight stays, but the contour just looks gone. So what Melanie Astle, I don't know if you guys follow her, she's really awesome, but she suggests that you do highlight, Stay, contour, Stay. So if you just need a bathe and Stay, you guys, if you're having trouble, just like bathe in it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, Tony. Okay, so let me give you your homework. Homework is super important because we want you guys to put this into action. So, do you stay before you powder? Yes. I always say use a wet thing before you use a dry thing. So I never spray Stay over my powder, ever. I don't know if that's just me. Stay... Vanilla dust after Stay helps so much. It really does. Okay, so what your homework is you are going to do your old routine versus your new routine on social media. You can do this in many ways. You can do a picture of your products and of your old products versus your new products, and then face versus face, like full face of makeup. You can do a live talking about it. You can do a story talking about it, but the only thing that I ask is that it's something new. So if you've already done this before, I want you to be creative and find a way to do it again, okay? Now, if you've thrown out all your old makeup, what I've suggested in the past is that maybe you go to the dollar store and get a dollar store foundation, because a lot of people just use stuff from the grocery store anyway. While I'm talking to you, I'm gonna hack my face right on the other side. So just go grab like a dollar store foundation or whatever you can do. Maybe borrow your mom's or your sister's or your friends or your neighbors if just be creative and do your old routine versus your new routine. If you don't have your kit yet, like I said, don't get stressed out if you don't have your kit yet, because you have 2 weeks to do this homework assignment. You will have your kit by the time you have to turn in your homework for real. If you want to be on the honor roll, you just have to turn it in within 24 hours. But for the major prizes, you don't need to get stressed. You're still in the running for those. You just have to wait for your kit. So don't get stressed about it. Oh, good. You saved all yours. A lot of people threw them out, but you can find a way to figure that out. Like, just spend $1 on a dollar store foundation. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome, Brandy. I hope everybody loves this. So post your proof under this live that you did that you did your homework assignment. I would love to see what you've learned, and maybe tell me what you learned today. How do we turn it in? You're gonna post it under here. So post a link, post a screenshot, whatever you can do to prove that you did it. And then save that so that you can put it in your email, because we're going to do one email with all your homework at the end of school. So make sure to keep your homework. Okay. Neck and chin combo. How to contour neck and chin combo. How to contour people whose neck runs into the chin. Okay. You're welcome, Lori. Okay, so when their neck runs into their chin, it's more about highlight. So you're going to brighten here with a highlight, okay? And then you're gonna contour underneath it. So you're gonna basically create a chin for them. And by doing that, can you see how that just made this look way more prominent? That's all you can do. So just try that. You're welcome. Let me see if anybody else has questions. Oh, the homework I will post at the top of this as well if people have missed it, but it's to post, do a story or do a live on your old routine versus your new routine. So maybe talk about how long it took you before, the result you got maybe wasn't as good, whatever it is. You can just be creative with it, have fun with it. That's what our job is about, is having fun and also teaching people. So you're gonna post it under this live. Okay, so I'm gonna hop off because I don't wanna take all day for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait for you to try these new tips and tricks. And just remember, it's just makeup. Yeah, I'll type the homework above. So remember, it's only makeup. It washes off. You should never be afraid of it. Just have fun with it. Thank you so much, guys. Love you so much. I can't wait for you to learn all the knowledge. Be sure to hang out with us for the whole 2 weeks if you can. If not, get caught up. Okay. Love you guys. See ya.